Hello, I'm Boris Korczak, a former CIA Access agent. Let me thank you first for visiting my website and YouTube programs. I would like to give you a few minutes of a story. How did it start? My first case officer, he was the smartest man in the world, for obvious reason. He was a Scientologist. He had all the answers to every question. Unfortunately, he didn't know anything about intelligence work. But if you ask him about the planets, about God, about cars, about humanity, literature, you name it, he knew it. My second case officer, and he was also a chief of station, he was an alcoholic. His great parents came from Sweden, and he was a boozer. He lived next door in Denmark, next door to the Czech military attaché, because he thought that's a heck of a good thing to live next to the communist intelligence officer. My third one was Jack. Jack was aging fellow. He was benign. He didn't care. He said, you know what? Whatever we do, nobody will use it anyway. Let's go back to our Scientology expert. His name was Ed. He was tall. He graduated from very high-ranking military academy. He spent some time interrogating or supervising interrogation of prisoners in Vietnam, where they were tortured. And so torture is something that was embedded into the CIA methods for ages, from 70s at least, as I know. That was it. I remember when I brought a Soviet KGB officer who wanted to defect, and I arranged a meeting with Ed, and it was in a Sheraton hotel in Copenhagen, and I said, Ed, please handle him with gloves. The guy is stressed out. He wants to defect. He wants to work for us. I worked on his mind forever. From very red, he became very anti-red. And so we come to the hotel, and there is a room that opens, and there is Ed, dressed in 1930s outfit, looking like a like a mafioso, with 3-4 golden rings on his fingers, with a golden chain on his shirt, looking with the dark glasses. Well, after all, he knew it all. He was, as I said, Scientologist. And the first thing he did, he said, well, I want to thank you both for coming. Here is $50 for each of you for coming. My Soviet would-be defector walked out. So did I. Eventually, the Soviet guy, he started working for me, and he gave us a lot of feedback, information about Soviet submarines, about Soviet silos, rocket silos. Bill was sleeping with a whore in Greece, who happened to sleep also with the military attaché of the Soviet embassy in Athens. So they somehow had a good diplomatic connection. Was CIA run by weirdos? Definitely. Is CIA run by weirdos? Definitely. Is CIA, or was it ever, an honest government organization? I don't think so. There are groups in the United States that oppose the nonsense, the bullshit that government and so-called religions that came out of a closet or out of the drug abuser's mind, just to say it, like Scientology, for example. They call themselves anonymous. They are very smart people. They are talented. They are extremely good with this, what they do on a computer. And they remind me a little bit myself in 50s when I was fighting Soviets. I just used different methods. There was no internet. We used power, force. We used violence that I do not advise anybody to use anymore. I think this, what they do, is just very good. The rest of it you can see on my other videos. So thank you for watching. This is Boris Korczak signing off.